Take a look, a sneak peek from the new 1916 flood documentary.
Devastating storms caused death and destruction across western North Carolina.
Well, tonight the filmmaker and local experts talk about that epic weather event at a sold-out event at Blue Ridge Community College.
News 13's John Lee tells us why the filmmaker says that time in history is still relevant today.
It almost looked like Asheville had become Venice.
1916 may seem like ancient history.
It's amazing, people are always dressed up, even in the middle of a flood.
Woodrow Wilson was president then.
The French Broad River was actually almost a mile wide. So people are just standing out there and looking at their new neighborhood.
But the whisper of history speaks to filmmaker David Weintraub.
The city of Hendersonville itself was an island surrounded by water. It looks like there's a dam back there, doesn't it?
Weintraub is executive director of the Center for Cultural Preservation in Hendersonville.
Can you imagine if you had that same situation today, 300 mudslides and rock slides with all the subdivisions up on the nice, beautiful views? Those houses are just sleds waiting to happen.
In July, nearly a century ago,
I believe this is Bat Cave.
Western North Carolina was swamped after 10 days of rain. 2 hurricanes slammed the southeast in short order, and the mountains were hit hard.
This is the worst in the natural disaster in Western North Carolina, yeah.
In one 24-hour period, almost 2 feet of rain. This is a shot of workmen on a bridge, apparently holding on for dear life. Weintraub's collected hundreds of photos for a documentary called Come Hell or High Water.
Raging rivers overflowed their banks, and the floods were described as the worst in years.
He hopes the film starts a conversation.
And the flood teaches us so many lessons about how to live, where to live, how to live our lives in a sustainable way.
Lessons from generations past that are often overlooked.
There's certain places in Western North Carolina that the elders say, you should not be living there.
In Hendersonville.
What's the point of history if we can't apply the lessons that history teaches us?
John Lee, News 13.
The documentary will be complete in early spring and sometime around that time of year, just in time for the 100th anniversary of that flooding.
And there will be public screenings throughout the summer.